Hello, and welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why you shouldn't give money to creators. Now, I'm going to clarify this by saying, when I say creators, I mean major creators. I'm saying creators that have a lot of following, that have a lot of money coming in over on like ads and sponsorships and all sorts of things. And when I say giving money, I mean buying merch and, just giving them money through like things like Patreon. You see, for example, I myself have a Patreon available, and the thing is, I might say, okay, I have this, but if I was making, let's say, 70,000 a month, 70,000 a year on ads and sponsorships, would I be now? Would it be okay for me to ask people to give me money? Think of that. If you're earning more than the majority of people, would it be okay to ask people to give you money? Why should they give you money? You are so wealthy that when it comes to a certain point, you just think, well, it's not okay. Of course, obviously, sometimes you have times where content is very expensive to make. Maybe you need a lot of editing done. Maybe you need a lot of things. For example, if you look at MrBeast's content, obviously that kind of level of production, that costs a lot of money. So obviously, if the content costs a lot of money, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about how much money the person makes. I'm talking about how much money the person keeps. At the end of the year, they're keeping 100 grand. Why are you giving them money? Bolstering up above that 100 grand onto more and more. It's just, when I look at it, I just think there's just so many problems in this world. And ultimately, giving people money like that, it's just a bad thing when they start earning vast amounts of wealth. Someone's earning over 100 grand a year of ads and sponsorships. Stop giving them money. Because what are you doing there? You're no longer funding the content when they're taking home this money. So this is why I say this. Do not give creators money once they reach a certain level of wealth. And once they stop investing all the money they have, or as much as possible, into the content. This is not talking about creators who have massive amounts of money coming in, but then spend all of it on the content. It's not about that. This is about creators, at the end of the day, after they've spent all their money, have tens of thousands in the bank. I'm not against creators earning money necessarily. I am against creators earning tens of thousands for nothing off people, off fans. At the end of the day, should you give a creator money if they're taking home after the content, after everything they've given you, they're taking home vast amounts of money? No. Obviously, that's not to say you shouldn't have things like Patreon, you shouldn't have things like YouTube memberships. Sure. Sure. If the creator needs it to live stably, to have a stable income, to have enough to survive. Yes, of course. But over a certain amount of money they're keeping? No. This includes spending money on content where you get to keep it. If I said, oh look, please go to my Patreon because I want to move into a £500,000 studio. Well, come on now. If you fund that, sure, the content gets funded, but Unlike other things, that money gets kept. They could, at the end of the day, stop creating content, sell that, and have $500,000. Or keep it and rent it out. At the end of the day, just take care. And be careful who you give your money to online.